guys, I'm Judy the Orange Huntress, and welcome back to my channel where we bring the hunt home and the wild inside. Today, we're making meatballs. I'm going to show you how to make these venison meatballs 3 different ways, and they're going to be so great for your parties, family gatherings, or anytime you want to have meatballs. This is from the deer that Curtis got just the other day. If you want to see the video where we skinned the deer, I posted that last week. I got 3 pounds of venison in my bowl. I'm going to show you the base makeup of the meatball and then how you can tweak it and change it to make all these different recipes. Doesn't that look so yummy? You know, sweet coffee. And let's get started. All the links and everything you're going to need to know about these recipes are down in the description below, so be sure to check that out so you can follow along really easily. Breadcrumbs are used to hold and absorb liquids so that your meatballs don't get dry. Eggs work really well to keep the meat together so it doesn't crumble apart. And salt and pepper, of course, to enhance the flavor. Mix those ingredients together either using your hands or a fork. And if your mixture feels dry, just add a little bit of milk. This is the consistency that I went with. Now that we've got the base for our meatballs, I'm going to split it into 3 different bowls and then begin to add the rest of our ingredients. This first meatball is the homage to the stir fry. I'm calling it Sour Sweet Delight. It's got everything from brown sugar to soya sauce to ground ginger. You could use fresh if you prefer too. I made sure to knead all the ingredients in really well because that's way more fun than using a fork. I got 2 pans lined with parchment paper that I'm going to be making the meatballs and putting them on. I've got my oven set to 350 right now, and honestly it's been on all morning, so if you notice the red face, that's why. It's quite hot in here. I'm going to put some olive oil on my hand. That way it's going to keep that meat from sticking to me. I'll take my tablespoon. I'm just going to rub a little bit of olive oil on that so then it comes off really easily. Roll it up. You got meatball number 1. So I've got 40 meatballs ready to go into the oven. Be sure to set it for 350 for 15 to 20 minutes and you'll be good to go. You know what time it is? Sauce time. After 10 minutes of being on the stove, it still wasn't the thickness that I had hoped for. If this happens to you, just let it simmer a bit longer. These meatballs look awesome. I love the crispy. Once everything is ready, it's time to combine and you're ready to serve. Coffee break. Meatball number 2 starts with a disgusting onion. Don't you hate when you peel an onion and then you find mold underneath? Grossly unexpected. Meatball number 2 we're calling sweet chili heat. Pull out your chop skills and cut up those onions till they are a good small size. And then you're going to fry them up in a pan with some olive oil and minced garlic until they're translucent. Add them to your meat along with some sriracha and the juice from 1 lime. Then add the last few seasonings of garlic and onion powder. I've got my meatballs here. I'm going to do the same thing. Oil up my hands, use my spoon, scoop some out, make them nice and small, and fill the 2 trays. Onto the sauciness. Actually, this is more of a glaze. And you don't have to cook this down at all. You could just mix it all together and put it on your meatballs. But it's definitely fun to watch. And again, once everything is ready, combine, stir, and serve. And on to meatball number 3. This one's called Mexican Picnic. This is something I'd hope I have at a Mexican picnic. I love the chili and whiskey flavors together. They're so good. I did need to add some milk to this meatball because it didn't have the liquid like the other ones did. Let's get going. I hope you've enjoyed all the fast meatball making. It makes me feel like such a pro. If you want to use this barbecue sauce that I'm making, you can, or if you've got a favorite that your family just loves, use that, but then add the whiskey or scotch or bourbon, whatever you have, whatever region you're in, to that recipe. I ended up using about 9 tablespoons for this amount of sauce. I let this simmer for about 20-30 minutes, and then I added the meatballs into it and let it simmer a little bit longer. I hope you have fun bringing these meatballs to your party and that your friends and family love them as much as mine did. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you next Wednesday.